All right, so this picks up from the last video. So make sure you watch 1 through 6. Now we're going to do 7 through 9. All right, so what we have to make is this image right here. Right, it actually gives us the colors. So I want to encourage you quick just to maybe consider pausing it and trying this all out yourself and then come back if it doesn't work, okay? But okay, so let's make a really big dot. And we want this to be really big. So let's try like 500, for example, because we need to fill the background. You're like, whoa, black, right? No, okay, we forgot to change the color. So I'm gonna do pen color, and we will do powder blue. Let's spell it right, powder blue. Okay, give it a go, and bazinga. There we go. All right, and then my guy is actually in the right spot still, and then we start drawing our arcs. Now, it's important to remember that probably should change the color back to something else now. So pen color, and let's do purple. Perfect. Now, these arcs, how do they actually work? So a lot of people don't understand these very well. So I'm already pointing up, and the first curve goes like this, right? So what you actually want to do is when you see that curve, it's going this direction, and then it's going that direction. So if you think of what that whole turn is, that's 180 degrees. So I'm going to do arc left, 180, and 25 would be the radius, which is pretty small, okay? But let's go ahead and give it a run, and you're like, oh, that didn't do what I thought. Well, remember, it was pointing up. So if arc's left, 180, it's going to start here, and then go all the way to the left, and then all the way back down. So maybe what we need to do first then is we need to turn right. Let's try that again. And hey, that looks pretty good. So these look a little bit smaller, so we could do smaller as well. So maybe I'll do just 20 and run that again. So we did arc 20, but that's right, the pen width. The pen width needs to be a little thicker. So before it even starts drawing there, let's do pen width of, let's say 8. I'm not sure what it is, but that looks a heck of a lot better though, right? So basically we're going to arc left and arc right. And so let's try the arc right now. And do I need to turn right again? Well, no, because it's already pointing in the direction we have to continue. So it went this way. Now it needs to go the other way, right? So let's do arc right, same amount, 180, and let's go by 20. All right, and there you go. Pretty good. So once we got these two, I can copy it, and I can just paste them a few more times, and then run it again and see if it does what we want. Do, 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 do. Okay, so mine goes a little further, and it's a little too big, but you get the idea. Continue. All right, and by the way, this is going to be our last video. We'll do the number 10 will be our assignment for Wednesday, okay? All right, so now we're gonna work with the pen RGB, which is that pen color, right? But now instead of pen color, it's listed as RGBA. So the way that works is the last parameter is alpha. So 1 is a solid color, 0.5 is halfway see-through, 0.25 is mostly see-through, and 0 means completely see-through, okay? And the other numbers, that's red, green, and blue. So how much red do you want, how much green do you want, how much blue do you want? Because with RGB, you're able to make any color. Everything from white to purple to black is RGB. So for example, 000 would be black, 255, 255, 255 would be white. So if you do, let's say 255, 00, well, that'd be all red, no blue, no green. So it just look red. All right, so I can let you play around with those. But if we look at two dots like this, for example, and this is what we're trying to do, we know that we're going to need a dot. So let's do pen color, and that looks like a purple. Oop, not pen color. We're going to do pen RGB. And how much red is in that? It looks like there's some red in there. So let's do 150. And is green in there? No, I don't think green's in purple. And let's do another 150. All right, so let's run that thing and see if we get a color that we're looking for. Oh, got to do a dot. Where's my dot at? All right, let's do a dot of 50. All right, so I think that's actually pretty good. Now, remember at the end, it's 1 right now. We can change it to 0.5. All right. Oh, it's saying, hey, there's an error, Mr. Raymond. You're not getting it right. You got to have 0.5 because points are used in different ways. So you have to put 0.5 to let it know it's a number that's half of 1. So just remember you got to put a 0 first. Hey, pretty good. Okay. And let's do our move forward. And then let's do another dot. So actually, we're going to move forward by 50 because we want it like right on the edge. And then we're going to do another dot. But we first have to change the color over there. So I'm going to do the bottom again and put that color in between. So RGB. So this one, red. I don't think there's much red in this. I don't know. Let's do 10. I don't see any green, but it looks pretty blue. So let's do 255. And again, though, we're going to do 0.05 or 0.5. Sorry. And run that thing and doot. And then bloop. Oh, it's really small. Let's do 50 instead. I think this will work better. Now you actually see a little line in there as well. That's pretty good. It looks like their alpha might be a little lower, or their colors might have been lighter to begin with. But you see a little dot in there, and that's because we probably should have done pen up before the move forward, and then pen down again. And actually, you don't even need the pen down, I don't believe, because dots draw no matter what. Let's try again, though. All right, and yep, I was right. Okay, so you need to do a pen up before the move forward, and that should do it. Nice. Last level, well, sort of. Last learning module, and then we move on to 10. All right, so I'm being a little quiet, by the way, too. My daughter's sleeping next door, so. Okay, then we have these turn twos. This is gonna be fun. So we've always done like move forward or turn left, right? And that's always relative to where the turtle is right now. This is pointing up. So if I do move forward, we know it goes up. But if it's pointing left and you say move forward, well, it's going to go left. Now we have move to and turn to. Okay. So if you say move to whatever it is, it's going to just go to that spot. It's not going to, you don't type in a certain number of moves or anything like that. I'll just go to that location. So, all right. So let's try some of the move twos, but in the end, we'll make something like this, okay? All right, so let's do, let's get our guy in the right spot. So we know this is gonna be a real big dot, and it's gonna be pen color. I think we can type in light blue, right? And it's gonna be a big dot, we'll do 500. Okay, let's see if it gets our blue, yep. All right, and then we're gonna do a smaller pen color, yellow, and we're gonna do another dot. And let's try 200. That might be too big. That's too big. 50? Sure, there we go. Now, here gets the tricky part. So we want to move our guy over here to do this first dot. Now, instead of going move forward, turn left, move forward, you could do that. But instead, we're going to do move to, and we need to get to around right here. So I'm going to hit reset, and I'm going to just move my mouse to about where that would be. It looks like at about 100 and 160. So I can actually just type in right here, 100 and 160. All right, so let's run it quick. And yeah, it moves way up here. Maybe that's a little too far. But again, if I hit reset, it sucks that I can't see it right now, but that's okay. So let's do 110, 165 maybe. All right, and then run that again. Okay, we'll say that's good. And then we'll do another dot, and it's gonna be black. So we gotta change our color at that point. And I can do RGB, or I can just do change pen color. They do the same thing. And black, because no, it's not a named color. There's a dot. Ooh, kind of small. So let's do 30. I don't know. That's probably too big. Let's be a goofy looking one. All right, and then we want it to like go to this spot over here. So I'm gonna actually, you can't see this, but I'm gonna take my finger and I'm gonna kind of point where I want it to go, and then when I hit reset, I can kind of move my mouse to where my finger was. It looks like it's about, we'll say 210, 170. So I'm going to do my move to, and I know what you're thinking, I got this Mr. Ram now, but you're going to see something that you're going to get upset about. 110 and 270. So remember, this is X and Y. I'm sorry, Y then X. Whoa. Well, let's run and see what happens. So not the right spot. Had those mixed up. 270, 110. Yeah, it's X then Y. So, of course it is. It always has been. Whoa! Let's hit reset. I think I want more like 270. No. 220, 160. 5. Yeah, the Y shouldn't change, so that should be 165. What am I saying? Mr. Raymond. Alright. Okay, and then you see this dot in the middle. You're like, hey, that looks like trash, Mr. Raymond. What are you doing there? Straight to 40. Well, that's a good example of when I probably should have used pen up. So before it moves again, I'm going to do pen up, and then I can do pen down again if I need to. But that's only for the arc and the lines and stuff like that. So let's do one more dot right here then, and we'll do it by 30 because he's just big old face that he's got. Boop, boop. All right, kind of looks like he's looking that way. That's fine. In fact, let's make it do that. Oh no, leave it alone. Okay, and then we gotta have it go over here and then like make the smiley face, right? So what I'm gonna do is I want to have it move to again, but first I need to do pen up. Again, you could always leave and come back to this too. And then we need to move to about this location. So let's say about 100 by 290. 100 by 290. Let's see. Boop, boop. Yeah, that's a good spot. But this is new to you. The arc, remember, we have to have it point in the right direction. So this is what we're going to now use our turn to. So 0 is up. So if we do 180, it should point down at the end. And that gets us ready to use our arc. All right, so it's pointing down and we want it to kind of go in that direction. So if I was the arrow, that would be an arc left to get back to the here. So let's do arc left, put it at the bottom. And we need to do 180 because it's pointing down and we're going to end up having it pointing up. Oh, I had turn left. What am I doing? No, I want arc left. And we want it to be pretty big, so 180. It's not 25, it's probably closer to 80. That'd be 160 width total then. So like, yeah, that's probably too big. Let's draw it around. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, that was perfect, but it drew nothing. Why? Because I didn't do pen down. So pen down right before the arc actually happens, and then we'll be happy days are here again. Boop, boop, whoop. Why did the pen width change? When did that change? Oh, because these are just dots. Probably should set a pen width then. Pen width of, I don't know, 15, let's say. Run that bad boy and boop, boop. And there we are. Perfect in every way. All right, so the last part now is the one that's going to take a little bit longer. This is not due until, let's say, Wednesday, okay? Now, before you think, hey, I know what to do, you're not supposed to make this. This is an example of what you're supposed to do. This is not what you're supposed to do, all right? Like it says, the only requirements are that you use 3 different colors and use move to, okay? But I want you to try most of the things you've used so far, if not all of them. So just have something in mind of something that you want to do and then make it. So it's not that hard to make hills and little flowing things. Like these letters aren't too bad to do. You don't have to make this though, okay? So that'll be tomorrow's assignment. I'm explaining it now, I guess, though, so you can see it. So get through 9 on Tuesday, and then get through 10, and then the check for understanding questions on Wednesday, okay? I believe that's it. Yeah. And then on Thursday, we'll look at all these, okay? I'd like to see what you guys have done. So do something you're proud of, and we'll share them in class. All right, that's it. See ya. Oh, trying to hit the stop key.